What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your SmackDown Live review. Just a couple days away from the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. You know, when I think about the go home show to a big, huge, spectacular, when I think of a show that's just coming off, when you really think about it, because this is one of these shows that's just coming off the shakeup. And it's the first full week now coming off of the shakeup. And what did we see this week? That for some of the superstars, there's no hope. There's really not. And I hate to start this review off this way, but there really is no hope for some of these superstars. Raw proved it last night with Bobby Roode. He lost his first match as a singles competitor on Monday Night Raw, his first week into the Superstar Shakeup. Tonight, we saw more of the same. Yes, we saw more of the same. Now, when I mention this, some of you might say, well, it was different because it was a tag team match. Thank you, Theodore Long. However, it's still a loss in the record books. Her losing streak continues from WrestleMania. Asuka comes over to SmackDown. Her debut match. They're building it up as her debut match. What is Road Dogg and everybody else? Oh, you didn't know? Everybody else in the back? How do they write the show for Asuka? For her, even though she didn't get the shoulders on the mat 1, 2, 3, she picks up the loss in the record books. Tell me, how much sense does this make? I would love for somebody in the comments below to tell me how much sense this makes. Now, some of you are probably going to say, well, her streak's broken, so there's no hope. WWE's just going to treat her like trash. Look, she does not need to be written off like that, played off like that. It's all about how you bounce back from that loss. And having her lose her debut match on the other show is not a good start. Absolutely not. That is a bad start for Asuka. Now, I'm not saying that everything on SmackDown tonight was bad. I'm not. I think that Big Cass, for example, is going to get a tremendous rub off of Daniel Bryan. I think that's going to be great. I think that The Miz is going to play a big part in that. It's really hard to say if Daniel Bryan's actually going to win at BackLash right now, because The Miz, I think, will play a part in that contest and maybe interfere in it, and Big Cass might pick up the victory. Don't know yet. See what happens next week. The involvement in the final build to their matchup. But Big Cass coming out saying, people should not be cheering Daniel Bryan, and they got released to compete, cleared to compete on the very same night. And no one was talking about Big Cass. Everybody was talking about Daniel Bryan. And that just ate away at him. And he's pretty much going to beat up Daniel Bryan for that reason. And for the fact that when he was that small, he got beat up. And now that he's 7 feet tall, he can beat people up there like that. So that was the gist of that promo. But I think that it's going to be a great rub for Big Cass being in the ring with Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan, as always, when he had his promo and backstage with Renee Young, looked determined to get his hands on Big Cass at BackLash. And it should be a great contest for both of those men. Can't wait to see what they do. And I'm interested to see the involvement The Miz does with it, because I know that is unfinished business that they're just putting on hold right now, because that's a rivalry that you don't want to push so fast. That needs to be built up some more. We know that's coming. So, what else that really stuck out tonight? Shinsuke Nakamura. Now, some of you are going to think the same thing as me. First of all he had tonight was a 6-man tag team match. Thank you, Teddy Long. It's been Teddy Long week on WWE television. Bunch of tag team matches galore. Anyway, his theme song's changed. We have singing with it. Crowd's not singing along with it. There's none of that. And they said on the announce team that the reason why is because Shinsuke Nakamura doesn't want the fans to be involved with his theme song. Shinsuke Nakamura doesn't want the fans to sing along with him during the theme song. It's more like Vinnie Mac decided to change his theme song because he's a heel now. That's it. And he wants to take away the one thing. Vince McMahon wants to take the one thing that stands out about Shinsuke Nakamura. That one thing that makes him feel... I'm not saying that his entrance and everything isn't special and all that, but that one aspect that when Nakamura came out was just awesome. His music hit, and every single person, whether you liked him or didn't like him, was on their feet singing his theme song. That's gone now. Now, it makes sense. It does. Nakamura's a heel. You don't want the fans to be involved. But he came out tonight and it was crickets. You didn't hear one word from anybody in that arena when Nakamura came out. Dead silence when that music hit. Complete, total aspect change of Shinsuke Nakamura. Just like that. Nakamura picks up the victory. I like how his new style of the Kinshasa kick is. He hits him in the back of the neck now instead of right in the face. But, whatever. The one thing they need to stop doing is shoving Rusev down as a heel. Stop. Stop shoving Rusev as a heel. He is not a heel. The fans are resenting you for it. Vince McMahon, Karen Dunn. Road Dogg, Michael Hayes. He is a babyface. Whether you like it or not, Rusev is a clear-cut babyface. There's no way around that. You can't change that. Make him on the good side. He didn't need to be with Nakamura tonight. I don't care. Stop pushing this initiative that Rusev and Rusev Day is this heel. Stop pushing this initiative that you're on to bury Rusev all the time. And you want to show us that he's going to get buried. Oh, he's with Nakamura. Nakamura picked up the victory, so Rusev got the win. There you go. You can be happy. No. You're pushing him as a heel. No. Rusev will be buried by The Undertaker this Friday. No question about that. This is ridiculous. WWE. Said it once, I'll say it again. Stop with this garbage. I'm not the only one that thinks this way. What about Carmella and Charlotte? Carmella acting like a high schooler. She's the high school champion. She's the high school teammate who just got done winning a championship, prancing around like she's never done anything exciting before, and she just won the biggest prize in the world. That's what Carmella is acting like. And then you have Charlotte, who's is doing her best to just act like her father. And quite frankly, I really hope that they don't yank the title off of Carmella at BackLash. I see the writing on the wall of them doing that. But I hope they don't. Just to add another title reign to Charlotte's accolades. She's going to have plenty of chances, plenty of opportunities to do that. It doesn't need to happen so quick. Give Carmella a nice little title run of her acting this way. Now, as far as tonight's involvement, their contract signing, it's simple. Carmella playing this over and over again of this video package, which really, the video package is just of her cashing in Money in the Bank and her winning Money in the Bank. Because any substance, anything between her winning Money in the Bank and her cashing in Money in the Bank has been nothing. Was nothing. Because WWE booked her that way. So, we all knew Charlotte was going to interrupt that second one. And I love, by the way, the fact that Corey Graves loved the fact that Corey Graves stood up and was giving her a round of applause after the video package. That was awesome. I like that he did that. You don't see that too often from the announce team anymore. And the fact that he's playing that kind of heel really stands out, and I enjoyed that. But Charlotte just gracefully came down and said, "Woo!" and hit Carmella in the head on the table, flipped it over, and repeated what Carmella did, wiping her feet. And that was pretty much the end of the contract signing. The Bludgeon Brothers and the Usos. It really shows you that Eric Rowan, by himself, would be nothing. You know, tonight's one of these matches that shows you that. And it shows you why that you don't stick Eric Rowan in a singles contest. He's just not good at singles matches. He's not. Eric Rowan's singles matches suck. I mean, they do. Tag team with Harper, fantastic. The Bludgeon Brothers together, fantastic. Eric Rowan by himself, awful. Luke Harper by himself, he can put on a good singles match. Now, Eric Rowan loses tonight. That's also another sign that you don't stick him by himself. And the Usos pick up the victory, which pretty much is the writing on the wall. I don't care if Naomi did get involved, that they are going to lose this Friday. The Bludgeon Brothers are going to retain the tag team championship over in Saudi Arabia, which is what I am expecting. No question about that. And other than that, not a whole lot happened on SmackDown tonight. I mean, not at all. So, you all let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Other than that, Randy Orton loses to Shelton Benjamin. And who cares about that? Because that is a nothing matchup. It really is. It built to Jeff Hardy versus the modern day Rasha, Jinder Mahal. And Jinder Mahal's lackey, Zing, brother, came down and attacked Jeff Hardy, hit his injured knee, and went in and got RKO'd, which helped Shelton Benjamin win. There you go. But that was SmackDown tonight. Let me know what you're thinking in the comments below. Subscribe to everything I mentioned at the beginning of this podcast. Go back and watch anything you've missed that at the beginning of the week. Raw review. My preview and predictions of the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. All that, plus so much more, including my trip to Busch Stadium that I had. That was fun. It was the Cardinals game. That was fantastic. Got a new Cardinals cap here. So go and check out that video I have up on YouTube as well, amongst everything else. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.